I'll be honest, trying to do this 12 miles out here while going live is stupid. Now I gotta bike with one hand while holding this thing. And it don't work well that way. You need to tell everybody it's quite entertaining so they quit booting me. Alright, let me check our miles here. Boop. Boop. We're at 3.25 miles, so I got like 9 to go. So we're gonna leave the park here and head down the road here. I am 100% certain there's a bunch of wind noise. Sorry about that. For those just catching up, this is my second attempt out here today doing the live feed. Apparently my audio went down and we had to start over. So we're out here doing the Rapha Festive 500. That's 500 kilometers biked between Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. That's 310 miles, folks. Now this morning when I woke up, I had 12 miles to go. And I could have finished it last night, but decided it'd be cool to do a live stream out here in the cold because I'm a moron. Now, if you guys are wondering why I'd be trying to bike 300 miles this time of year, you can blame Jason, because this was his idea. And for those that don't know, that's the fella commenting from our Journey Project, I think is what his username is. This was his idea. Yeah, our Journey Project. This was his idea, and he's at home inside on a bike trainer, and let me yank it. I almost hit this. See the mail truck? I almost hit that mail truck. Alright, we're rolling through Ritter Park. Let me see if I can't turn this around. Dang it! Alright. We got a couple of intersections to get through here. If we can make it through this intersection here, we should be good to go for a while. This one's a rough intersection. There's actually a bike path over here on the left, but it's a little rough. They had flooding and the gravel's washed out. I actually thought about bringing the bruiser out so I could ride on the path. Alright, we made it through the rough intersection. We should be good to go for a while. That's 5th Street. We're headed to West 14th. We are in Huntington, West Virginia. And cold. Let's see. I don't know if I'm watching the right screen now. Let's see. Yeah, Marshall University. Oh, there we go. So we're out here doing the Rapha Festive 500. We got less than 10 miles to finish at this point. Y'all might not believe this, but I don't really bike that much. I only bike on trips. And it's the trips and the going places that I enjoy, not so much the biking. And Jason mentioned doing this Rapha Festive 500 challenge, and I thought this would be a good idea to get out and do it and try to set some goals for myself. So one of the things that happens, because I only bike on trips, it's kind of like starting over every time I go on a trip. My butt is used to the seat now, but as far as, you know, riding 100-mile days or whatever, like, it beats me up. It is real windy through here, so I apologize if you can't hear. Whew. This is the nice part of town, folks. This is the nice part of town. So one of the things I want to do this year is to try to bike more. And I thought, you know, if I could come out here and force out 300 miles during Christmas, then I should be able to just come out and bike. So one of my goals this year is to try to bike at least twice a week. So I do work out a lot, but by working out, I mean I lift heavy stuff. I don't do a lot of cardio, which is also something I'm trying to change. But one of the things about lifting, no matter how often you lift, you could lift every day of the week or whatever. If you're out of your routine for 2 weeks, like if you ain't been to the gym in 2 weeks and you go back, you feel like you've never been to the gym. So I'm assuming cycling's the same way. You got to keep up with it. One thing I noticed, and I have this same issue when I'm hiking, I feel like crap for the first hour. Like it takes me an hour to get into it. So short rides are no good because I'm not in it long enough to enjoy it. Whew. I'm rolling right into a headwind. One of the things I like doing when I'm biking is I like looking for flags so I can see the direction of the wind, but sometimes it's hard to tell. I'm not terribly cold other than my face. I'm dressed pretty warm. You can see the direction of these flags. We're going right into a headwind. And this one's a fairly heavy flag. That gives you an idea about how strong the wind's blowing. The bar mitts help the hands quite a bit. And I put on my my warm gloves for my right hand that's holding the camera. I tell you, if those flags, if the wind turns around that fast, I'm giving up. So I biked 100 miles on Friday, and what I did was an out and back ride on the Paint Creek Rail Trail in Ohio. So I biked 50 miles one direction and then turned around and biked 50 miles the other direction. 180-degree turn. And within 10 or 15 miles, the wind shifted 180 degrees, and I screenshot the weather app that actually showed the wind rotating 180 degrees, because nobody's going to believe you. So I did 100 miles into a headwind, and I'll be honest, it was fairly brutal. And that's on a, you know, that's on this bike, not loaded with bags or nothing. So I'm out here trying to set goals. I'd like to bike more, or I'd like to be in better shape when I am biking. When we did Ragbri, Jason left me setting. Now, I say left me setting. Jason don't like the heat, and he's considerably faster than me. So he rode with me for a while every day, and then went and got us a campsite. And Joe rode with me the rest of the time. Joe is more my speed. Folks, I can't really see the comments until I stop. I'm biking with one hand holding this camera, and it's hard to watch the chat. So I get a lot of people that'll tell me they saw me out, but they don't say hi. And personally, I like when everybody says hello. I met Jason and Joe through the channel. Jason found my channel and came down and did the group ride. And he's actually the one that convinced me to do Ragbri. And we went and hung out and rode Ragbri, and it was a lot of fun. And then we met Joe at Ragbri. So Joe was also a subscriber that watches my stuff, and he was biking by and saw us and stopped to say hello. And he rode with me the rest of the day. He met up with me at the end of the first day, and I invited him to ride with me the rest of the week at that point. And there was a few days Joe drug me in. So if you see me out and about, or if you see me post up that I'm gonna be somewhere, you know, you can stop and say hello. Maybe come out and ride with me. I don't normally comment, post where I'm going, but when I do, it's kind of an invite for other folks to join up. So I went out and rode the Paint Creek Trail Friday, and I commented that I posted on Facebook that I'd be out. Nobody showed up. To be fair, it's the day after Christmas, and it rained all day. I forgot to mention that. So Friday, 100 miles, headwind, and it rained the whole day. Folks, we have caught up with the cabooses and an old steam locomotive. And these are privately owned. And they're supposed to be moving the steam locomotive because they sold it. This is Safety Town. Well, my intention is to try to get people at least one day to get a group of us out to ride. Let's see here. That's the caboose, folks. Now, you'll see this caboose has the little windows on the side. Let's see. Not the windows, but that little extra spot on the side. People would sit in this spot right here, and they would look out. They would look out and watch the rest of the train cars for fires and problems. That's an older one. We'll go over here and look at this other one. I know somebody didn't just volunteer me to buy nothing. You guys aren't picking up on the who's gonna feed Bane joke. I thought it was gonna go over better. So, this caboose over here, see how it has the little spot on top? Later, the train cars got taller, so they put those on top, and the people would set up on top of those. There's a name for it, but I don't remember what it's called. I was in Gallipolis, Ohio, and they got a real nice train museum, and a fella named Jerry gave me a tour and told me about the cabooses because I kept making jokes about how we like nice cabooses. Well, it was quite a nice tour, and he gave me some info about the cabooses I didn't know about. Let's see. So, yeah. Let's see where we're at. We're at 5.5 miles, folks. 5.5 miles. We're gonna roll down West 14th Street. I believe it's called Old Central City. That's where all the antiques and stuff's at. We'll roll through there, have a look at that. What did I say, 5.5 miles? Yeah, Cupola, I think that's what they're called. All right, let's get rolling, it's cold. Ugh. Sorry about the camera work, folks. I'm literally holding this dang camera with a gimbal. I really don't know why I get upset that people unsubscribe when I do a live video. Makes total sense. My grandpa apparently used to work at this place, or apparently it was a real rough area. I heard stories when I was a kid. Well, we're into the headwind again. to do a ride by for my Rapha video, but I ain't sure I can now because I broke my camera stand. And I'm not sure how I would do the, like I was going to set it all up while y'all watched. But it's cold out here and I broke it. This is the situation with the bike bars. These are my mitts. We're on a gimbal, but it doesn't work well in the wind. You know, the gimbal stabilizes the weight and movement, but the wind's constantly blowing. Oh man, my phone's gonna die out here. I'm gonna have to plug my phone up. I'm not sure how we're gonna do this. Once I plug up the phone, it's really gonna wreck the, we're gonna get hit in this intersection. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can't plug this phone up before it dies on me. If you don't know, cold weather drains these batteries quick. Cold drains your batteries real quick, and once it gets to a certain temperature, you can't charge them back up. Now, I don't really know how I'm going to do this. Once I plug this up, I don't know that this gimbal is going to work at all. Folks, I appreciate y'all hanging out and watching. I know this ain't the best quality setup, but I'm about to lose my earbuds. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. Trying to plug this up. Man, this is horrible. Yes, I just dropped my phone. This is way more difficult than I expected it to be. Oh no. I don't think this is working. Alright, so I have my camera plugged up. I don't know how well this is going to work. What's not working is trying to use my hands while I'm wearing gloves and it's freezing. People are looking at me weird. I don't even know why anybody's out here. Alright folks, we're going to flip this around. If it dies, it dies, folks. I don't know. I know the angle is completely off. The camera is not horizontal, but I can't fix it. So sorry about that too. There should be a way of adjusting this, but I don't remember how to do it. It's been too long since I've used this gimbal. Nice murals over here. We're going to turn around and roll back the way we came. We're going to do a U-ey right in front of this car. Folks, for those of you that don't know, I've been doing YouTube now for 5 years. Yep, I did 3 videos 5 years ago in November. I didn't know what I was doing. They was real bad. Back then I was only hiking. I didn't bike. And I did those 3 videos and then quit. And then a year later, literally a year later, somebody convinced me to start doing videos again. So realistically, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years. I started researching how to edit video and take video and all that. The first 2 years, well, the first 3 years was all hiking related stuff. And I ended up hurting my knee hiking, and I started biking, doing physical therapy. So I've been doing bike stuff now since 2023, and the following has grown quite a bit since then. And I appreciate y'all watching. I did it for 3 years and nobody watched any of my stuff. And I did it anyways. I mean, literally, you can go back and look at my first 2 years worth of videos. People still don't watch them. You can see the view count on them, like maybe 200 views or something. But I did it because I enjoyed doing it. And even if people didn't watch, I'd probably still do it because I enjoy doing it. But that being said, it is way cooler when people watch your stuff. Like, nobody wants to do art and nobody appreciate it. And that's how I look at this. No guarantees, there's nothing set in stone yet, but a collab with Brian is coming. I don't know if I'm a celebrity, but I'll take it. I still work full time. And I tell you, if I didn't have to work, I'd bike tour full time. And that's kind of, I don't want to say that's my goal, but that's kind of the goal. Like, I don't think I'll ever make enough money off of YouTube to quit my job or anything like that. But eventually I'll retire. I don't know. The money from YouTube has gotten better as far as, I don't want to say, it's not gotten better, but I get more because I'm getting more views, if that makes sense. I got monetized this time last year. Literally, I've been monetized now for a year. And the money you get from YouTube watch ads almost pays for gas. So, like, without going into figures, it almost buys my gas. So that gives you an idea about what YouTube is paying. Now, I've recently turned on the super like button, which is, I guess, a way of people saying thanks. Jason just hooked me up with 20 bucks. I recently turned that on, and that actually helps more than YouTube does. Mark calls it the pitching in for gas button, and I kind of like that. Someone else should get paid. People often ask how I afford to do this. And I'll be honest, like, it's pretty freaking cheap, to be honest. Like, yeah, bikes are expensive, but once you have it, you have it. I try not to buy anything that's, I guess, expensive until I know for sure that I need it. So, like, my bike bags, my panniers, I started off with cheap panniers and then got better ones as I realized I needed them. But for the most part, my trips cost me gas money. Y'all know I'm cheap, I guess, is what everybody says. I don't go out to eat. I don't pay for hotels. It's literally, gas is the only expense I haven't figured out a way around yet. And again, if I didn't have to work, I'd just leave on the bicycle. And the gas wouldn't be an expense. Now, I don't count food as an expense. Obviously, if I go on a trip, I gotta eat, but I'm eating stuff that I take with me. Like, I don't count the food I buy at Walmart because I'm gonna buy that whether I'm on a trip or home, either way. You know, I had something I was trying to get at, and I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. Here's something I wanted to talk about. So a lot of y'all, if you're watching this, probably realize someone sent me an e-bike recently. Hemingway or something. And so I guess to start with, Priority Bikes sent me their Bruiser bike back in August after I did Ragbri. Now, the fella I talked to said he saw my video, my Ragbri video, and really liked it and wanted to send me a bike. Obviously, the intention was he assumed if he sent me a bike, I'd like it and I'd ride it. And he was correct. It is my new bike packing bike. But there was never any agreement. Like, there was no contract about what I would do with the bike. No agreement on what I would say about the bike. They literally just sent me the bike. Which was super cool. Now, I don't know if they saw my Ragbri video. I don't know if them sending me a bike put me on some list. Because immediately, the next day, after talking to them, I had two different companies wanting to send me junk, basically. By junk, I mean stuff that I wouldn't use, that I'm not going to promote. Like, someone sent me a red light therapy band. I'm like, I can't do anything with this. Someone wanted to send me a car jump start battery, like an emergency battery to jump start your car. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Carry this on my bicycle? I'm not using this. So there are offers I'm getting that I'm not taking because I'm not going to use it. And they're not paying me. Like, I'm going to be blunt with you. If they paid me to show you guys a freaking car jump start battery, I'm going to show you all a car jump start but that wasn't what they wanted to do. Now, after that, this e-bike company, Hemingway, offered to send me the bike. The agreement on the bike is that I do 2 videos on the bike. That's it. There's no script for me to read or anything like that. It's just me out riding a dang e-bike and giving the details of that. I'm not contracted to like say anything nice about it. I actually do think if anybody buys one, I do think I get like a percentage of it. But I didn't know that until recently. And I don't actually care if anybody buys one or not, to be completely honest. I don't know how that thing works. I don't know how that program of my percentage works. So it's not really a concern. Now, I don't ever intend, like, I see a lot of YouTube channels and literally all they do is review stuff. And that's all fine and dandy. I ain't judging other people for what they do. But I video things I enjoy doing. I was hiking, so I videoed hiking. Now I'm biking and I video biking. If I was doing something else, I'd video something else. The only reason I've accepted an e-bike is because a lot of y'all ride e-bikes and it's still a bicycle. I took it immediately to the West Fork Rail Trail. I'm probably still gonna ride it. I'm gonna use it to go get groceries for sure. So I'm blabbing and trying to keep myself warm. Let's go under here. I don't want to cross this intersection again. So I'm never going to replace the content that I make with like review videos. So if I do a review video, I'll be dropping it completely separate from everything else I do. So like if you haven't noticed, my videos I release Fridays at 10 a.m. So if I do a review video, I'm gonna drop them like on a Tuesday or something. And I do have some review videos coming. Look, more people out biking. Great weather we're having, right? No idea what he said. So, Hemingway sent me a dang bike. And before it even got to me in the mail, some other company offered to send me an e-bike. And I accepted that offer too. It's the exact same offer. Like, do 2 review videos, and there you go. No contracts or nothing. Just do 2 review videos. And before I got that bike in the mail, someone offered to send me an electric scooter. It don't even have pedals. It's an off-road electric scooter that goes 40 miles an hour. And it's the same deal. Do 2 videos of the dang thing. So I'm gonna end up doing some review videos. So if you see them, watch them or don't watch them, I don't mind. But just know that they sent me a free bike and that's why I'm doing the video. It is not my intention to do all review videos. And buy it or don't buy it, I don't really care. All right, we're back in the main part of Ritter Park here. I'm gonna stop up here again and try to read these messages. Man, we're only at 8.4 miles. And I happen to know that I'm 2.5 miles from home. So I'm not videoing on the way home So we're gonna knock off these miles. Oh no. We're gonna knock out these miles before I head home. Not going that way. I guess I'll get up on this path. I really should have brought the bruiser with its fat tires. I don't know that I'm the, I've been saying I don't know if I'm the right person to review bikes. Because I don't know anything about bikes, to be honest. But maybe that makes me the right person to review bikes. Now you get the perspective from some moron that don't know what he's doing. Now, when this Hemingway company, these other bikes, when they offered to send me a bike to review, I did look them up on YouTube. And apparently they send these bikes to like all kinds of YouTubers, because the reviews I saw wasn't even from cyclists. It wasn't from people that even ride bikes. Like, just outdoor people. All right, we're gonna find a spot up here and stop so I can read these messages. I'm still shocked people listen to me blab this much. Oh, I've reached the end of my cord. Almost 9 miles. I need 3 more miles before I head back across the bridge. And I'm not sure what route to ride while I'm trying to hold this camera. Well, let's stop up here and read these messages. Eee. I wonder if I can put this on the stand. So continuing my blabbing about the e-bikes, I fully intend on using the e-bikes to go get groceries and ride around town. I'll be honest with you, it's fun. I see why people ride them. Oh no, hang on folks. Trying to set this camera up so I can read these messages. Quality content, folks. I don't care what I say. All right, we're reading messages. That's a lot of messages, folks. Actually, I have seen there are a few unicyclists at Ragbri. Not a gang, but a few. All right, that's a lot of messages, folks. I don't know how entertaining it's going to be for me to try to see all these. What am I looking forward to in 2026? I'll be honest, I don't know yet. Come back. I still haven't figured out what I'm doing in 2026. We're doing Ragbri again. And let me be honest, I'm looking forward to that. Honestly, I didn't think I would. I didn't think I was going to like Ragbri, but Jason and Joe actually helped Ragbri out quite a bit. Like, if it wasn't for them coming out and riding with me, I would not have liked it very much. Like, I think I would have felt alone in a crowd of thousands of people. Don't apologize for the comments. I don't mind. My nose runs like crazy when it's cold. Is that an issue for everybody else? Yeah, we're going to do Ragbri again. I'm looking forward to that. I did buy the... I bought a Trek domain, which is what Jason was riding. I wanted something a little faster than the Trek 520. So I got that. I haven't ridden it too much. I started riding it, knocking out these miles for this event. I had clipless pedals on, but I took those off. Let's see. Yeah, everybody needs to show up. Like, show up and ride with me. I appreciate it. At the very least, at least one day of the week, I want to get everybody together and ride as a group. But for the most part, anybody's welcome to join me anytime. But I got the domain. I said if I got 500 likes on the Ragbri video that I'd buy the domain. And I didn't get 500 likes. I think the last time I looked, I had 400 likes. So you guys owe me some likes. This is one of the things I was going to talk about. My first 2 trips I did on an old mountain bike that you could probably buy for $75. And I liked it. So I invested in this Trek 520, which is, an actual touring bike. And then I ended up buying a new mountain bike that's more like, it has spots for racks on it. And then they sent me this dang Priority Bruiser, which I'm keeping. I like the bike. And that's going to be for like off-road stuff. And then I bought this domain, which is like a legit road bike kind of thing. I don't need any more bikes. I'm all biked out. I don't plan on buying any more bikes. So now I'm just gonna invest in the bikes that I have. I just bought new fenders for the Trek 520. They're not in yet. Fenders are a must. All right, so someone asked about bike shops. We do have a nice bike shop in Huntington, but they don't sell Treks. They sell Specialized and maybe Cannondale, but it's a good bike shop. They're good dudes. They've been around forever. I don't know how long, way longer than I have been. And there's a bike shop in St. Albans, West Virginia, which is about 45 minutes away, maybe an hour. That's a Trek shop, and that's where I get my bikes at. It's John's Cycle Shop or something. I should know the name, and if they watch this, which I'm sure they don't, but they'd be mad at me. The owner and his daughter is freaking awesome as far as helping me out with my bikes and whatnot. I bought all my bikes from John Cyclery in St. Albans. Let's see. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. This tripod's cold. Well, we're going to head out. I don't know if I missed any messages. Oh, yeah. Right now, our next group ride, the next group ride that I have planned is the Creeper Trail. That's the weekend after Easter. I think I said Saturday at 10 o'clock. That's a nice, easy ride. I think it's 17 miles. The goal here, folks, is to support the trail and the local bike shop. And we're going to do this until the trail opens back up. Now, the trail is probably opening back up at the end of next year. So what I would like for everybody to do is to show up in Damascus and get a ride, a shuttle ride from Damascus to Abington. You don't have to. In fact, hardly anybody did this year, which is kind of why I'm bringing it up. The shuttle ride's $25. And the whole idea is to support the bike shop. Obviously, you can ride to Abington and back. It's only 17 miles. But what I would like to do is fill up a van for the bike shop and do the ride. If you're going to do the Creeper Trail, as Jason just said, you want to stay in Damascus. If you're going to eat in Damascus, not Abington. Now, Abington's great. There's nothing wrong with Abington. But Abington doesn't need the support of the trail the same way Damascus does. If you took away the trail from Abington, Abington would survive without any problems at all. But Damascus would probably shut down. Damascus literally is the trails that run through Damascus. We're back into the headwind. I don't like it. So I think we're going to roll down 4th Avenue in Huntington. I'm going to try to get these 12 miles in before my camera dies. I got it plugged up, but I don't know that it's charging. So if it automatically dies or if it disappears, that's why. In fact, my other phone is almost dead. Getting this situated again. Man, this gimbal does not like the cord being attached to the phone. We did a group ride up here. I don't remember when we did it. We did another group ride. The first group ride was in Damascus on the Creeper Trail, and it was more of a just trying to support the town. That's all it was. I have never done a group ride before, much less led a group ride, but I got a lot of positive feedback, so we did another group ride up here on the Little Miami Scenic River Trail. And I'll be honest, I like it. It's a lot of fun. You guys ask about group rides and wanting to meet or whatever, so I want to do group rides. So we're going to be doing more group rides this year, not just on Damascus, or not just a group ride. I don't have any set yet. I don't mind traveling to do some. Folks, as far as I'm aware of, I'm the only YouTuber out here doing group rides. Now, I'm sure there's somebody else that does, but they're not important. I'm kidding. Whew. Anyways, let's flip this thing around so y'all can see something other than my mug. Boop. I think, oh, I forgot to mention this. Some company is sending me a shirt. And I don't know if I'll like it or not. But they want to send me a shirt, and then obviously, if anybody likes it, they could buy one themselves. I don't know. I haven't decided about the company yet. I've been planning on trying to do t-shirts, but I need to look into it more, because my assumption is I gotta buy t-shirts and then like give them away or sell them, and they're more expensive than I thought they was, and I don't have a bunch of funds to be buying a bunch of shirts. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Whee! This is scary with one hand. I gotta figure out how to do these live videos better than I'm doing them. It's hard to chit chat. We got 2 lanes here, and this guy wants to blow the horn instead of just going around. I gotta pee. I got a good shirt before I try to get them for the group. This shirt that I got coming to me is from a bike shirt company. Like, they do jerseys, but it's not a jersey, it's a regular shirt. It's a athletic like type shirt, but it's more like a t-shirt or a mountain biking shirt than a jersey. We're almost 10 miles in. I'm gonna run this. I'm trying to see these messages, but I'm also trying to bike with one hand while holding this camera. So I'll be honest, I'm not doing a very good job seeing the messages. If you're watching this and you're familiar with some company that does t-shirts, let me know. I've recently discovered that apparently there might be companies that will design a shirt for you, sell them for you, where you don't have to invest. I'm cheap, folks. I'm cheap. Now, I'll be honest, I think all this stuff is funny, and if I had a bunch of people riding around with my t-shirts, it would tickle me to death. So I'm not against investing in some t-shirts. This is 4th Avenue. You want to see something sad? This was my comic book shop for years, and they shut down me. Didn't even tell me they were shutting down. I just got a text message saying they were shutting down. Now, I bought comic books back when I was in high school. We're talking prior to 1998. And I bought them from that comic book shop. And I started collecting comic books again, and I went back in the same shop. I hadn't been there in over 20 years, and the guy knew who I was. And that's kind of cool. For any kind of shop, really. Folks, I'm not paying that much attention to what I'm doing, so y'all might see me get ran over live on YouTube. Wonder if I'd get more views that way. You know, I had a whole list of things I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember it. Goals, bikes, the e-bikes. Yeah. Oh man, that is a strong gust of wind. Someone's asking, where'd that go? Why do you do live videos? I did watch the whole thing, but it's hard to watch you struggle with it. I don't know. People like the live videos, Denise. I don't know. I thought it'd be cool to do the live video while finishing up this Rapha Festive 500. I'll be honest, every time I do a live video, people unsubscribe. Every time. There's not one live video that I've done where someone didn't unsubscribe. Not a lot of folks, but you know, 2 or 3 every video. This is Marshall University, folks. We are Marshall. You know what? We got, let's see. We're at 10.5 miles. We're gonna ride through campus here. So, I graduated from Marshall myself. I didn't go until I was an adult. I went in the Marines right out of high school, and then I graduated college. I think I was 30 by the time I graduated. I got a job working for Nabisco after I got out of the Marines. Nabisco was the company that sold Oreo cookies, but they have been bought out into something else now. And I did that for 7 or 8 years, but the job schedule wasn't conducive to being a single parent with kids at home. So I ended up going back to school, graduating, and getting a job with the VA, which is where I work now. And I don't really talk about it much because it usually leads to a bunch of questions that I can't answer. Anyways, I think by the time we get over to, look, squirrel. This holding the camera thing isn't too bad. I mean, to be fair, I hold the camera all the time when I'm videoing, but I'm not usually doing it through town. I think once we roll through here, it'll be 12 miles before I get back to the bridge. I'm gonna roll this out until we're done with this dang Rapha Festive 500. One thing I keep meaning to do, I'm not good at it. One thing I'm meaning to do is to do a video on the clothes that I'm wearing. Because I'll be honest, I'm pretty warm. And I'm wearing, well, my pants are cheap. My pants are cheap. My jacket is not cheap, but I started off with a cheap jacket. And I'll be honest, it worked just as well for the most part, at least for a windbreaker. This is the Marshall Rec Center. This is the gym. I go here every day. Well, not every day, but I try to go here Monday through Friday. I didn't go last week over the holidays. Now, both of my kids are attending Marshall University here, and they both live with me. My youngest son got a job here at the gym, and they've got a rock wall. He started climbing on the rock wall. They've been doing it for, I don't know how long he's been doing it, 6 months or so, and he quite enjoys it. So I've used it as an excuse to hang out with him. I've come over and I've climbed the wall with him a few times. I recently did a live video, not a live video, I did a short video climbing one of these dang rock walls. It's more fun than I would have expected it to be, but it's really just an excuse to hang out with my kids. Alright folks, we're at 11 miles now. I'm gonna head back towards the bridge, and once I get to the bridge, I'm gonna shut this down, because by then we'll have our 12 miles. In fact, as soon as we hit 12 miles, I'm shutting this down. I'm calling it a day. Now, I'll try to find the messages. I don't know if I can even see them after the live video is over. There's a way of seeing them, but I don't know what I'm doing. But I'll go through the messages and try to comment on anything that I missed. I don't know. I like doing these live videos. At least a handful of y'all seem to like it. I enjoy doing it. I thought it'd be really cool a really cool way to finish up this bike trip. It does slow down quite a bit, because I'd have been done an hour ago with the 12 miles. This is still Marshall University. In fact, oh man, that is a brutal headwind. Folks, I am crawling out here. I've been trying to plan my route. I did yesterday. I planned my route around the weather, around the wind. And I was able to do it yesterday a little bit. But today not so much. You probably can't even hear me. It is just nothing but wind right now. I'll get off. Maybe get out from the street. I literally turned off the road just hoping to get out of the wind. I don't remember. I needed 11 miles and some change to finish this. I'm at 11 and a half now. I don't want to shut this down until we hit 12. Man. All right. The phone I have Strava on is at 15%. So whenever I shut this down, I'll plug it up and charge it. The last thing I want is for my phone to die and me have to ride this 12 miles again. I hope everybody had nice holidays with their families. That's Christmas, folks. Or whatever, Hanukkah, or whatever you do or don't celebrate. I don't know. But Merry Christmas. Happy New Year and whatnot. I appreciate everybody sticking around and watching. I'd like to think we're just getting started. I've been planning on getting a new camera if I hit 5,000 subscribers. And I don't know if a new camera would do much good. I don't know, I don't know if it's needed for the storytelling that I do, but it helped me get some critters. So I hope that 2026 is great for everybody. I'm hoping it's a big year for Adventure Time. We're just winding this down, folks. Winding this down. Oh, yeah. So, I've been eating horrible, as you might imagine, doing all this biking. One of my goals for 2026, and I hate saying this, I gotta get serious about losing weight. So, I thought about finishing this challenge on New Year's Eve, but I got something else planned, so I wanted to finish it early as possible. So today is Monday, New Year's Eve is Wednesday. I got 2 days left after this event where I'm just going to recoup, and I'm getting serious about this stupid diet this year. So New Year's Day, starting a 5-day fast. Now, I'm still going to eat carbs, but I'm only going to be eating carbs when I'm biking. I've discovered that I need to eat more when I'm biking, and it's hard to eat fat and protein with what I'm doing. Anyways, it is quite windy. We're at 11.94, 11.95, 11.96, 11.97, 11.98, 11.99, folks. 12 miles. We are done with the Rapha Festive 500. Everybody, thanks for sticking around and watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to hit this intersection and turn this off. How you doing? Thanks for sticking around. Follow along, like and subscribe. I don't know, share this with your friends. Alright. I'll see y'all in 2026. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's it for this challenge. Probably a little change left over. I appreciate everybody watching. I really do. Like, subscribe, or follow along. Share this with your folks. Till next time. See you in 2026.